All right, hello guys. Welcome to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you are new here and welcome back if you are returning. We're going to be doing a next 48-hour reading for you guys, okay? Keep in mind, watch for your placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, etc. If you know your birth chart, okay? Let things play out. These are always, technically predictions, okay? So, let things play out. Also, if you are new here, or even if you're not, make sure to pay attention to the For You section of my channel, where you can like scroll horizontally, okay? Even if the videos are posted from a completely different time, they can still resonate, okay? So that's why I say all of my readings are technically timeless, okay? Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and if you would like a personal reading, if you want it private, you can check my bio for those prices and everything. I do offer 6-month, month-by-month readings and yearly readings as well, okay? But you have to check the prices for the private readings, okay, in my bio. But if you would like a cheaper, same quality, but cheaper reading, you can catch me when I am live, okay? So I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. This video may be a little bit longer, okay? I'm not rushing, but we are going to go through all the signs. I will timestamp everything afterward, okay? So please be patient. Also, please know that I am not ignoring your comments. If I see them pop up, then I'll try to look at them, okay? But it's kind of hard for me to see from here to my actual phone, okay? So if you guys say anything, don't think I'm ignoring you, okay? But let's see. 1 second. All right, let me make sure everything's all good before we get started. Come on. Let's see. I gotta check the sound real quick and then we'll get started, okay? Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Let's see. Okay, I think we're okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I think we're good. Let me get this up and then we'll start with Aries. Make sure to like the video if you are in here, okay? Let's see. But yeah, we're going to be doing next 48 per usual. Is it working? Come on. Okay. All right, let's see. Hey, welcome in. I can't tell who that is. I'm sorry. I can't really see my phone messages up there. Okay. So welcome. But let's see what's going on for Aries. Let's get started with Aries. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Hi, Ruby. I see it now. Okay. Let's see. All right. So what's going on for Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus for your next 48 hours? Let's see. Aries, you could be somebody's favorite, okay? Some of y'all could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could be somebody's favorite. Let's see. Even if you... Okay, Aries, I don't know who you're dealing with or who you're about to be dealing with, but whoever you are dealing with romantically, I feel like this person, they would like you, I'm hearing, in any state, okay? In any state, like, even if you're being a bitch, okay? Even if you mouth off on them, even if you, you're nice, you're sweet, I feel like somebody accepts you for every version of you, okay? Especially if you're dealing with a romantic interest. All right, so let's see. Some of y'all could also be catching up on sleep in the next 48 hours, okay? Let's see. Also, Aries, I do want to say, if you are dealing with anybody romantic, or if you plan to, like if you're out here trying to, find new options or date around, okay? you know, I want to say like give less, okay? Especially if you're a feminine, okay? Give a little bit less, okay? Don't chase men, okay? Let them come to you, because I feel like you'll get more when you let, you know, the right type of people come to you, okay? So let's see. Yeah, this is a love message for you guys, okay? Some of y'all could have Gemini in your chart, or you could be dealing with the Gemini placement, okay? And yeah, like the more guarded you are, the more somebody is going to want to give to you, okay? Let's see. Yeah, the more wish fulfillment you will have. Let's see. What's going on for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Yeah, and I feel like some of y'all that could actually land you in a relationship. Also, side note, if you are, I feel like y'all are out here dating Aries placements, okay? But the less you give, I'm not saying don't give anything, okay? I'm never saying don't reciprocate. But when you're first starting out dating somebody or trying to get to know somebody, definitely, you know, let men come to you, okay? Otherwise, you know, you're going to be the one who's always giving, 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 giving. And, you know, some men assume that, you know, when a woman starts off giving to them first, they're going to get comfortable in that energy, you know, to the point where they think that they don't have to step up. You know what I'm saying? So, and even with the way these cards are coming out, definitely just, you know, be in your feminine energy. Okay. Let's see. Or else something's going to be short term. Yeah. Let's see. What's going on for my Aries? Some of y'all could be watching somebody's page, okay? You may be, I don't know if some of y'all have like a second account or something like that, but you could be watching somebody's page from another account. Let's see. What's going on for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Some of y'all could be dealing with a Leo. Some of y'all might end up in a commitment or a stronger connection with somebody. And I feel like it's because you don't give that much to this person. So whether they are new or old, okay, somebody's gonna, yeah, they're gonna come towards you more if you sit back and be in your feminine energy, okay? Some of you guys are wondering why, you know, your options or people you have dated always expect more from you than they're actually giving to you, okay? It's because you're giving too much up front. So let's see, let's get into the oracle, okay? Some of y'all could be dancers. I'm hearing Pink Pony Club. Some of y'all could have horses or something like that, okay? Let's see. Whoa. What's going on for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc.? Okay. Some of y'all also could be trying to avoid some sort of drama in the next 48, okay? Or whoever you're ending up dealing with, they do not like drama, okay? So I don't know if that's something you're used to or if you could be a little bit dramatic or something, okay? I feel like this is a new lover that we're picking up on, okay? Yeah, look, My Boo and Into You also came out, okay? So, whoa. What's going on for Aries? And if you are a dancer or whatever talent, you know, you have, whatever skills you have, I feel like your lover is going to be they're like going to admire you more for it, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody who has a government job, or you could have a government job. Some of you guys could be teachers, okay? Or you might be teaching your love interest about what you do, okay? I feel like they're actually going to be interested in whatever skills you have, okay? Yeah, especially if it's like a hustle, okay? Could be a side hustle or just is something that you do, I'm hearing, for fun, okay? Let's see. I don't know if you dealt with somebody in the past who, you know, you could have a skill, right, Aries, or skills. And, you know, past lovers could have made you feel like whatever you do is not important or it's not interesting. I feel like whoever you're about to be dealing with, Aries placements, yes, this person will find whatever you do. They're actually going to be interested in it, okay? So if they start asking you questions, you might kind of side-eye them because of who you've dealt with in the past about some sort of, you know, I'm hearing hobby or side hustle, okay? They're actually interested, so, you know, don't treat them weird. They're actually curious. If they're asking you questions about what it is that you do, whether it's for work or for fun, they're actually interested, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be in the spotlight as well, okay? What's going on for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Also, Aries placements, if you are thinking about moving or moving on from somebody, you could be moving on from somebody who was giving you mixed signals, okay? Some of y'all could also be from the South. Some of y'all also could be enjoying a nice date. This is a love message, Aries, okay? Yeah, kitchen, okay? Some of y'all could work in a kitchen, or you may really enjoy somebody's kitchen, like at their house. Somebody could have a really nice, why am I hearing stovetop? Okay, like it could be one of those the electric stovetops or something like that. Yeah, look, my boo actually came out, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all are in a relationship, or you're about to be, okay? Very soon. Something may move more quick than you thought it would, especially if you're dealing with somebody new, okay? Let's see. And I feel like you guys will have the same music interests as well. Yeah, so Aries, I don't know, whoever you're dealing with or whoever you're about to meet, especially if you just dump somebody, or I don't know if you got dumped or dumped somebody yourself, but whoever you're going to be entering into a love connection with in the next 48, they're like 10 times better than what you just dealt with, okay? Also be careful of pregnancy if you don't want that, okay? All right, let's go to Taurus, okay? Welcome in. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. All right, Taurus, placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for your next 48 hours? Oh my God, I can't pick this up. Let's see. All right, let me see. Hold on. Taurus, you could be someone's dream girl or dream guy, okay? Yeah, I'll do Cancer. We got to get there first, okay? We're on Taurus right now. All right, let's see. All right, so what's going on for my Tauruses? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Next 48 hours. Oh, whoa. Okay, Taurus, you could be celebrating in the next 48 hours, having a good time. Also, if you go out, you know, to have fun, especially if you just broke up with somebody, or so it's a lot of breakup energy, okay? Some of y'all could be dealing with you know, I'm hearing semi heartbreaks, okay? So maybe you're hurt, but you're not that hurt, okay? Because I feel like you're going to be getting back out there very quickly, okay? So make sure that, you know, Taurus placements, if you are dating around or starting to get back out there in any type of way, make sure that you are telling people, you know, what you got going on. I'm not saying tell them everything, okay? But definitely talk about how maybe you're not ready for something serious right now, okay? Because I feel like people are going to be wanting to take you serious. Like, I feel like whoever you're meeting or the people that you will be meeting, especially if you go out and about in the next 48 hours, this will be like, you know, you could be very charming, Taurus, okay? Tauruses are ruled by Venus, okay? So man or woman, whoever you meet, they may want something more serious, and you're just kind of like, you know, just looking, okay? Or just casually dating, okay? So make sure you tell people, yeah, because they're going to think you're a player, okay? Player just came out. Socialite of charm, yeah. That's, whoa. Also, Taurus placements, make sure you end connections properly, okay? Unless you want the drama that comes with that, okay? Like, make sure you properly end connections with people, okay? Instead of just like assuming that they understand what's going on, you know, because people can't read your mind. So if you don't want to deal with somebody anymore, you know, at least tell them, so that, you know, you don't have extra drama. You know how some people are like, I don't know why they're still hitting me up. I don't know why they, you know, they still want to talk to me. But did you tell them that you didn't want to talk to them? Did you tell them that you weren't interested anymore? Or did you tell them anything? You know what I'm saying? Because if you just like try to ghost somebody, then, you know, that's your fault. If you don't tell people what's going on, okay? Yeah, I just saw outdated, okay? So, you know, it's okay to casually date. Yeah, look, effective communication. Okay? So if you want to end a connection, Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, make sure you do it properly, or deal with the consequences of, you know, possible crazy people. I don't want to call them crazy, but, you know, communication is important, okay? If you leave someone, you know, just out in the cold without telling them what's going on, yeah, they're gonna, you know, be questioning what happened. Where you at? Where'd you go? Okay? I thought we were having something serious, Taurus, okay? And maybe you don't want that, so just let people know, okay? I don't know why I'm thinking of also, like, this kind of reminds me of people who, it's, okay. You know, people with, in their phone, they could have group chats, right? Or whatever, and they have like 300 messages that are just unopened or whatever. But then they complain about, oh, I have all these messages. I have 400 messages that are on my phone. Everybody's texting me. Everybody. You could open it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have all those messages just piling up, okay, and then complaining about it as if you don't like the attention. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could be doing that. You could be doing that in the next 48, acting like you don't know how to open a message or something or reply to somebody, okay? Let's see. Also, if you got friends around you, make sure that your friends are true friends, okay? You may have some karmic friends around you. Let's see. What's going on for my Tauruses? Look, obsession just came out too. I'm telling you, Taurus, you need to end connections properly, okay? Because if you don't, that's your fault, since you didn't know how to communicate. There's a difference between telling somebody, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Hey, I'm seeing somebody else. Or I don't think this is working, and just ghosting somebody, you know? So don't act oblivious. Some of y'all need to not act oblivious to why somebody's wondering where you're at when you led them on, okay? So let's see. Some of y'all could be drinking tequila, okay, in the next 48 hours. Some of y'all could be listening to Dan and Shay country music, okay? Some of y'all may not be feeling the most positive about your body, okay, in the next 48 hours. Some of y'all could have body dysmorphia. Some of y'all are actively trying to change that as well, okay? I believe if you are not happy with how you look, you should change it. And I'm not even talking about surgery, okay? Some of y'all could be thinking about surgery. I don't think you even have to do that, Taurus. I think, you know, you can absolutely do something naturally, but you have to obviously, you know, be consistent with it, okay? So let's see what's going on for my Tauruses. Some of y'all could be thinking about somebody who passed away, okay? With the cemetery card here, okay? I feel like you're just trying to have a good time. Yeah, we have high vibing, okay, Taurus placements. You're just trying to have a good time. You're not really looking for anything too serious, okay? But if you have multiple options, like I said, make sure you're, you know, communicating properly with folks so that you don't have extra drama. You know what I'm saying? And then we have, yeah, sexuality. Some of y'all could also be talking to someone of the same sex, okay, man or woman. That's not for all of y'all. Yeah, look, single, okay? But it's reversed. So I feel like people think that they're in a relationship with you or damn near in a relationship with you, Taurus placements, when you're not. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Make sure you tell people. Okay. Some of y'all could be talking to a coworker. Okay. Oh, not talking to a coworker. Okay. Some of y'all could have been dealing with somebody in the workplace. Okay. I don't recommend that. I don't ever recommend talking to your coworkers. You know, don't fuck your coworkers because you got to see them at work the next day, right? So some of y'all need to stop that, okay? But if you continue to do that, you know, you still got to see them the next day. You know, I feel like that's low-key, I don't know. Just avoid that drama, okay, if you can. Because I feel like somebody wants to have a heart-to-heart with you, yeah. Deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. I don't think you want that, Taurus. Somebody's like, why aren't you meeting me halfway? You got to communicate, okay? Otherwise, deal with the drama that comes with not being, yeah, tower, storm warning, drama, obstacle, wrecking ball, okay? Forgotten person. See, I told you, somebody, you know, if you just walk away without saying what's going on, people are going to be wondering, where'd you go, okay? So make sure you communicate properly with people and let people know what's going on. It's not hard. If you're a player, even if you're not considering yourself a player, the way you're moving, Taurus, is of a player, okay? Man or woman. So, make sure you communicate and actually speak to that person directly, because people cannot read your mind and people are not, they can't assume what you got going on, okay? Assuming makes an ass out of you and me, okay? So let's see. Let's go to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let me see, one second. Okay, we're good. Make sure to like the video if you are in here. Gemini, I'm hearing bitch from the south, okay? Some of y'all could be from the south, okay? Man or woman. Let's see. Some of y'all could have a really nice bracelet, or you might be looking at jewelry, okay? Somebody may get you some jewelry, or you could be, you know, treating yourself, okay? When it comes to some sort of like accessory on you, okay? I'm also hearing piercings, okay? Somebody could be a piercer. You could be going to a piercer in the next 48 hours, okay? Let's see. I want to get my belly button done. I still haven't done it yet, but let's see. Some of y'all, let's see what's going on. Some of y'all could be taking a lot of pictures, okay? Or, you know, filming something in the next 48 hours. You could be looking at memories, Gemini placements, okay? We have divination abuser, okay? What's that about? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Some of y'all are, you might be going to like a reader, okay? To try to figure out what somebody's doing. Or to try to figure out what somebody's next move is, okay? Especially if they're not dealing with you anymore, okay? Or you're not dealing with them anymore. Some of y'all could have Libra in your chart. Let's see. Some of y'all, you could be talking to your mom as well in the next 48 hours. Let's see. What's going on for my Geminis? Lust, not love. Okay. Yeah, we have countryside too. Okay, so yeah, some of y'all could be from the country. Okay. You could be getting a message from somebody that you're not in love with, okay, or something like that. Let's see. Or maybe you're realizing a connection is more lustful than romantic, okay? Some of y'all could be going to church, or you could be, you know, you could be, you could be religious as well, okay? Or you might be tapping more into spiritual practices, okay? Even if you are, like, religious, you could be looking more into spiritual things, okay? Like tarot, you know? Okay, let's see. What's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Yeah, we got soulmate. It came out reversed, okay? So somebody who thinks that they're your soulmate, you might be giving them up. Oh, God. Okay, let's see. And, you know, Geminis tend to have options, okay? Yeah, what is this memories? All these memories. Some of y'all are thinking about somebody from your past, or you could be looking at old pictures and things like that, okay? Could be in a photo album or on your phone or something like that. Let's see. You could be thinking about somebody or people from your past that you do have. You know how you have good memories with people, but then at the same time, you're like, that bitch was fake as fuck, okay? So man or woman, you could be looking at old photos, okay, or old pictures and things like that of people that you no longer hang out with as well in the next 48 hours, okay? Let's see. Fake flexing. Carless. Ooh. What's that about? Be careful of not paying your car bill to not Taurus. Some of y'all could have Taurus in your chart. Be careful of not paying your bills, okay? I think something is overdue, Gemini. If you're out here, I saw bad habits. If you're out here, and thief, Gemini. That should be common sense, okay? I'm getting a lot of messages right now. Hold on. If you got bills that are overdue, Gemini, don't try to take from other people to try to, you know, like Robinhood, okay? Some of y'all could be looking at stocks and things like that, you know, the app Robinhood. But make sure you're not purchasing things that you know you're not supposed to be dealing with or purchasing when you got bills that are due, okay? So, I mean, that's on you, but I feel like some of y'all have car bills, car insurance to pay, and you're out here doing drugs and drinking. Okay, or something along those lines. Let's see. What's going on for, you could be listening to a lot of music as well, Gemini, in the next 48. Yeah, you're making, okay, look, excuses, okay? Some of y'all are making excuses for why you didn't pay something, or why you didn't go through with something, why you didn't take care of, look, doing drugs, okay? Let's see. Also, some of you guys need to make sure to keep receipts, okay? You know, especially if you're someone who, you know how you go to the store and they're like, do you want your receipt? Yes, keep the receipt, Gemini, at least in the next 48, okay? Look, receipts, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all also could be looking for a lock and key, okay? You could be changing your locks or something like that. You could also be getting the keys to a new car or home. I don't know how, since some of y'all are late on that, okay? Why do I feel like somebody's being a little bit delusional about what they can afford? Man or woman. Yeah, going too fast, slow down, take your time. Don't go to the dealership and ask if you can get a different car or something. Look, key, okay? Don't go to the dealership and ask if you can purchase something or anywhere and you know you don't have the money for that, okay? So I don't know what that's about. Make it make sense, Gemini. Okay, let's see. Yeah, efficient budgeting. Some of y'all, you need to check your bank account, okay? I don't know if you just have been swiping your card or whatever. Some of y'all, you need to check because I don't think some of y'all can afford what you're trying to get. Even if you usually do have a lot of money, okay? You're going to be disappointed. Something may get turned down, especially if it has anything to do with like a new major purchase, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be working out as well in the next 48 hours. You could be working on your strength, okay? Some of y'all also may be talking to your boss in the next 48 hours. What else for Gemini? Next 48. You could be ignoring somebody or you feel like somebody's ignoring you, okay? Why is that? I don't think you're really worried about someone. Like I said earlier, Gemini placements, I feel like you're letting go of somebody who you were dealing with or that, you know, they thought you were their soulmate or something like that. Okay, I feel like you're focused on yourself. You're working out. You're doing your own thing. You got bills to pay. Okay, you don't have time for some sort of connection. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you're trying to realign yourself. Okay. What else? Anything else for Gemini placements? Next 48. Yeah, I feel like you're putting a stop to something, okay? I'm also hearing like frozen assets, okay? So there's something going on here with your money that you need to really look at. You could be freezing something as well when it comes to your money. Also, make sure you freeze your, like a credit card or something, okay? If you have credit cards or whatever. I don't know what that's about. It's a lot of money cards coming out here for you Gemini placements, okay? I don't know who that is, okay? But you can't afford that. Okay, you're gonna be looking goofy if you try to go buy something that you like. Check your account first, okay? I don't know what that's about. Well, let's go to Cancer, okay? What's going on for Cancers? Timestamps will be posted afterward, okay? Make sure to like the video if you're in here. All right, 1 second. Cancer, I'm hearing I don't play that, okay? So that could be you in the next 48 hours, Cancer placements. You could be telling someone, I don't do that bullshit. I don't play that, okay? Or you can't do that around here, all right? Somebody could be trying to mess with you, okay? Doesn't matter who. Somebody could be trying to mess with you in the next 48 hours, and I feel like you're not having it, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. Some of y'all could be using Ajax in the next 48 as well, okay? Some of y'all could be roofers. You could be on top of the roof or on top of your roof. You could be up high. I'm seeing like the, what do they call it? Like a machine. What do they call that? Shoot. What do they call that? Not a forklift operator. It could be. Some of y'all could be that, okay? Or you could be getting certified in something like that. Cancer placements, okay? But, like some sort of machinery, okay? I don't know what that's about. Some of y'all could be machine operators or something like that. Or you may need to put something up higher, but I'm seeing like a machine or something, okay? Let's see. What's going on for Cancers next 48 hours? Okay. What's this issue? Also, in the next 48 hours, there may be some issues, okay? Whether it's at work or not in the next 48 for you guys, Cancer. But I feel like you need to let something go or you need to drop something or something will only work out or be fixed if you drop it, let it go, okay? I don't know what that's about. But let's see. Like something can't hold. Something's not strong enough. I'm seeing the machinery again. Like picture the machine, like I'm hearing claw machine. Some of y'all could be doing that if you're going to an arcade or something, okay? Dave and Buster's, I don't know. But some of y'all, if you're trying to pick something up with a machine, it can't hold it. So you need to drop it, or you need to find a different machine to pick something up, because I feel like something's not strong enough, something's too weak or something like that, okay? Let's see, what's going on for my Cancers? Or you need to do something more strategically, okay? Especially, I feel like this is a work message. Let's see. Something's too heavy. Okay. Some of y'all are like determined to do something in the next 48 hours, Cancer, and it's like either you need to do it really slowly or you need to drop it, okay? Like you cannot rush something. I don't know what that's about, but you can't rush it. If you do rush it, it's going to end up badly, okay? That could even be a connection, okay? So take your time. Let's see. Man or woman. Some of y'all are trying to figure out, yeah, y'all are being stubborn. Y'all are being stubborn when it comes to doing something. I feel like you're really dedicated to whatever it is that you're trying to do, but it's like you either need to drop it or you need to wait for it to be, I'm hearing secure. I don't know what that's about, okay? Like you literally cannot rush something, okay? All right, what else is coming out for Cancer next 48 hours? Yeah, that could even be a connection. Like I said, we have sex shop reverse. Okay, so I don't know if you're dealing with somebody new. Don't rush sex, okay? Cancer placements. It's not going to work out. I don't know if you want something to work out long term or not with somebody, but if you want something to be stable, don't rush into it, okay? Let's see. Also, if some of you guys work in the food industry or something like that, you may have customers who are trying to rush you, okay? That's annoying, you know, especially if like you're a host or something like that, or you work in hospitality. You might be having to tell somebody, I can't do shit, okay? That's funny, a Cancer just messaged me. But you might have to tell people around you, I can't help you, ma'am or sir, okay? You have to wait this amount of time. Yeah, somebody's going to act like you're wasting their time, Cancer placements, and you're not. Okay, so flip it how you need to, whether you're on the side of the person who is rushing or if people are rushing you, you know? Like if you go into a restaurant even, there could be a 30-minute wait. You can't get mad at a 30-minute wait. Either go somewhere else or shut up. Okay, so you may be wanting to tell somebody, especially if you work in some sort of hospitality job or whatever, you may want to tell somebody like, okay, can this motherfucker shut up? They keep talking about, oh, how much longer? How much longer? We told you 30 minutes, okay? So no rushing Cancer placements in the next 48. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, strategic planning reverse. It's like maybe you didn't plan something through, okay? Or if you're watching this now, you know, make sure to plan ahead, okay? Because you can't rush whatever you're trying to rush in the next 48 hours. Or you're going to end up waiting. And no, they're not wasting your time. You have to wait. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Why do I keep seeing something getting caught in something? Something may get caught up. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, Cancer, some of y'all could be visiting your hometown as well, or you could be talking to people from your hometown, okay, in the next 48 hours. I still feel like, yeah, creativity. I feel like that came out twice. I feel like some of y'all are really trying to do something that you need to be patient or you need to let it go. Give up or be patient. You can't rush it, okay? I'm going to get out of there because that's starting to repeat itself, okay? Let's go to Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I can't pick these up. Timestamps, of course, will be posted after, okay? All right, let's see. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. What's going on for my Leos next 48 hours? Whoa. Some of y'all could be looking at the stars, okay, in the next 48 hours. Oh, you could be looking at star signs, okay, like astrology and things like that, Leo, okay, Leo placements. You may be wondering if you're compatible with somebody, or if you meet somebody and you're wondering, okay, like, what's their sign? You may be looking up your birth chart or somebody's birth chart, and you may realize maybe you're not as compatible as you would have hoped to be, okay? Obviously, you can't just compare sun signs, okay? Like if you're a Leo and somebody is a Virgo, you know, just because that may not be the most compatible, you got to look at their birth chart. Okay. So, you know, I hope some of y'all don't, I'm hearing swear somebody off just because they're a certain sign. But, you know, I also understand if you do, you know. You know, but definitely look into their birth chart before you make a conclusion on somebody, okay? Don't assume that somebody's a certain way just because of their sun sign, okay? Look at their whole chart. You got to look at their Mars, their Venus, okay? Their moon sign, their rising sign, you know what I'm saying? So some of y'all can be looking more into that. It could be another Leo. Some of y'all are wondering, oh, you could be the same sign as somebody too. Like you could be a Leo and dealing with another Leo. And then you're wondering, why do they act like that and I act like this? It's because y'all probably have different birth charts, of course. Okay, so you could be a Leo sun and they're a Leo sun too, but they have a Virgo moon and you have a Pisces moon. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously going to be differences in everybody. Okay, so if you're into astrology or getting into astrology, make sure you research it properly. Okay, and don't base, you know, compatibility based off of strictly sun signs. That's not how you do that. Okay, so let's see what else is going on for my Leos. Okay, yeah, so this is literally like somebody saying, oh, you're a Scorpio, I just know you're gonna fuck everybody in sight, you know, like that's not true. Okay, a lot of Scorpios actually stay to themselves. Okay, some are whores. Okay, and so are other signs. Okay, some other signs are not, you know, the most loyal people, but it depends on their chart as well, and of course who they are as a person. Somebody could be, I feel like somebody's really trying to base someone's sign off of who they are as a person. Don't do that, okay? Especially if you don't know how to research it properly, okay? Even I don't do that. There are obviously, you know, certain traits and everything. I've studied astrology and birth charts for over 10 years. Okay, so when I say something, when I peep somebody's chart, I can usually make a very good conclusion, you know, but also you got to pay attention to psychology, how someone is raised, you know, the environment they grew up in, the environment that they're in now, you know, things like that, and their mentality. There's a whole bunch of things that go into coming to a conclusion about a person, okay? So, I don't know, some of y'all, don't, like I said, don't swear off somebody just because they're a certain sign or whatever, okay? Because some of y'all may be acting like, oh, you're a cheater. I just know you're a cheater. You're a whore. What? Okay, and this person could be very loyal. You know what I'm saying, Leo placements? So look at their chart and look at who they are as a person and their background and everything, okay? Let's see. We have wasting time. Some of y'all feel like you're wasting time, or you're going to run. Some of y'all are doing this. Some of y'all are doing this. You're like, oh, you're a Pisces? Oh, nope, can't do that. Okay. Lord, okay. Please, I always tell you guys, use common sense when watching any tarot reading and just in general, okay? Be logical. We are logical over here. We don't need the delusion, okay? So make sure you're researching something properly. Let's see. What's going on for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I can always tell when somebody's like new to astrology or they don't know what the hell they're talking about, because they start to say a whole bunch of shit that just, it's like, no. Okay. Clearly you only know your sun sign, maybe your rising sign or moon sign. You're more than your big three, okay, Leo placements? Everybody is, okay? So let's see. Anything else? Leo, your whole reading's about astrology. Somebody's name could be Hope, okay, or Desiree, Wish, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Leo? Some of y'all could be 25 years old. Some of y'all could be bosses, or you could be getting some sort of new position in your workplace or whatever it is that you do, okay? Even if you're younger, you know? You could be somebody younger, like I said, like 25 or whatever. And you may be, you know, being looked at for some sort of higher position in your workplace, okay? So let's see, will you accept that? Oh, some of y'all may not accept it, okay? Some of y'all don't want that. We got dodging bullets, okay? So you could be, some of y'all in the next 48, you may feel like you overextended yourself when it comes to your job. That means you're doing a good job, okay, if they're looking at you for some sort of higher position, but you may just want to be a regular employee, you know? That's completely understandable. You don't have to move up, okay? Especially if they're not paying you more, okay? And if you do accept some sort of higher position in your workplace, Leo, make sure that they're paying you more. Why would you do boss work for regular employee work or pay? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you figure that stuff out, okay? Don't accept more burden in your workplace if the benefits aren't even worth it, you know? Or even if you know, make sure you get benefits, okay? Some of y'all could be looking into if you even will have benefits at a certain job, even if you're looking for a new job, okay? Make sure that it's worth it, okay? Let's see. Sometimes you got to negotiate your pay, you know? If you don't, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't start a job and then wonder why you settled for 15 an hour and the next person settled for 20. And y'all got the same position. You know what I'm saying? Negotiate your pay, and if they don't want to pay you that, then you can either go elsewhere or, you know, deal with it, okay? Or keep looking. So let's go to Virgo, okay? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see. Some of y'all could be listening to Lotto, okay? Some of y'all could have Capricorn in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Capricorn, okay? Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so what's going on for my Virgos? Let's see. Some of y'all could be tracking your finances, okay? I'm seeing a like a spreadsheet. Some of y'all could be looking at a spreadsheet, okay? You could be making a spreadsheet for something, okay? It could be business-wise. Let's see. Also, if you got a lot of paperwork to do, Virgo, make sure you do it ASAP, okay? Before you leave, or you can't leave before you finish something, or without finishing something, especially if it has anything to do with paperwork, okay? Especially if you're at work or something. Some of y'all are trying to, you know, be like, oh, I'm gonna set it there for later. No, you got to do it now, because you can't leave. You can't leave without, you know, finishing something, okay? Especially if it has anything to do with paperwork or something like that, okay? Some of y'all could be going to the doctor. I'm seeing like somebody sit in the waiting room, okay? You got to fill all that out, okay? Let's see what's going on for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, look, what did I just say? Some of y'all could be going to the doctor. Okay, we got hospital here. So y'all could be getting a checkup, or, you know, some of y'all could be getting tested, or, you know, I'm hearing vitals, okay? Some of y'all could work in the medical field or something like that as well. You could be getting some sort of treatment. Let's see. What's going on for my Virgos? Also, whether this is you or not, or somebody that you're dealing with, make sure, I think it was Taurus. Some of y'all could have Taurus in your chart, okay? But make sure you are not leading people on, okay? Or if you're dealing with somebody new, or even just in general, make sure that someone is on the same page as you, you know? Even if you've been dating somebody for like years, okay? Make sure y'all are on the same page, okay? The last thing you know, that's why I say for you guys all the time, you need to communicate with your partners. You could be dating someone for 5 years, 6 years, 2 years, whatever. And then you realize, oh, we don't want the same things. Or my partner changed their mind. Or I changed my mind about what I want. But because you didn't communicate that with each other, you never brought it up. You know, assuming, like I said earlier, makes an ass out of you and me. So make sure that, you know, you're actually communicating what you want and doing check-ins, okay? Some of y'all could be practicing, you know, strengthening your own relationship or something like that by doing check-ins, or that's something that would actually help you, okay? Don't avoid conversations just because you're afraid that, you know, something might change, or, you know, you might lose somebody if they think differently than you, okay? Those conversations are very important in any connection, okay? Even if it's a friendship, you know, you and your friend, if you feel like your friend is being, you know, like if you feel like your friend is not on the same page as you, talk to them, okay? And if they don't want to talk about it, then you know where you stand. Over there, away from them, okay? So let's go to Libra, okay? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. Some of y'all could be chilling in a parking lot, okay? Libra placements in the next 48 hours. Or you could be sitting somewhere. You know how you pull up to your house, kind of like I am right now? I'm just in the car, okay? You may be having one of those moments where you, it's like you don't want to go in yet, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be walking your dog. Let's see. is going on? Oh, oops. Okay, come on. Hold on. What the heck? Some of y'all, Libras, you could be becoming single, okay, in the next 48 hours. Some of you guys. Or you're deciding that you want to be single, okay? Come on, get out of here. Let's see. Sorry, making sure this is working. Libra, you may, if you're dealing with somebody, even if you're not officially dating them, you may be realizing like something's not working, okay? Especially if there's been like stagnation between you and somebody, man or woman. You may be realizing, okay, well, this is just not, it's not working. I'm not happy here, you know, things like that, okay? And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But, you know, definitely, like I said, what's with the whole, okay, not everybody, but that's like the third time I've gotten this message. Make sure that you are properly communicating and breaking up with people, or deal with the drama that comes with that, you know? I don't like when people act like oblivious to their own bullshit. If you didn't tell somebody something about what's going on, why are you mad at them? Why are you mad at the next person or whoever you're dealing with because you didn't communicate? That makes you a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood that. Yeah, I'm hearing Kill Bill, okay? Somebody's name could be Bill, William, Billy, okay? Libra placements, okay? And you know, excuse me, you know in that song she said, I might kill my ex, not the best idea. So some of y'all, you really hate your ex. Libra placements, you might really hate your ex, okay? Or it's like you don't want to deal with somebody anymore, so they're about to be your ex or ex thing, ex fling, okay? Look, we got sneaky link here too, okay? So some of y'all definitely could be leaving somebody or planning to in the next 48. But like I said, if you don't tell them what's going on, that's your fault, okay? Look, I just saw the ghosted card right here. Look at that. Some of y'all are thinking about ghosting somebody, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Libras next 48 hours? Yeah, this is you. Look, we got October. Okay, some of y'all could have Scorpio in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio placement. But Libra, look, I told y'all are planning to do something quietly or sneak out of somebody's life. Okay? Okay. I'm telling y'all now. You never know where people's mental states are at, y'all. Okay? So, not everybody takes being ghosted lightly. I'm sure y'all know that, but some of y'all are acting, you know, oblivious. Like, oh, well, clearly if I stop talking to you, then I don't want to be with you. Okay, well, oh, a cardinal. She just flew in front of my car. Some of y'all could be thinking about somebody who passed away, okay? You may get a sign from somebody as well to, I'm hearing to leave somebody, okay? Y'all could have one of those, I'm hearing premonitions, okay? Or maybe you're like, maybe my dad or my mom or whoever passed away would not want me to be with this motherfucker. Look, because we got a toxic relationship too, okay? So something is too much, or something's becoming too much. You have a toxic connection with somebody, and yeah, if you're not happy, that's fine, okay? But tell people instead of just ghosting, okay? Like I said, or deal with the fact of people acting crazy, okay? And that's why when people do that type of thing, when they just act like, I don't know why they're being like that, you like that shit, man or woman. People who purposely trigger people or leave them in the unknown, excuse me, leave them in the unknown. I feel like people like that like the drama. They act like they don't, but then they purposely cause it, you know? If you don't communicate, then yes, people are allowed to start to fill in the blanks. If you don't want people to fill in the blanks of what's really going on, Libra placements or whoever, tell people directly, okay? Because why is it so hard to communicate with y'all, okay? Let's see. We have child services. Ooh, Libra. I don't want to say that. Somebody could be leaving because they don't like somebody's kids. Okay? Like, somebody doesn't want to deal with somebody's kids. They're like, I'm out of here. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Taurus, or you might have Taurus in your chart. Let's see. Some of y'all could be working on beauty things, okay, in the next 48 hours. Especially if you've been slacking on that, okay? You could be going out, getting dressed up for the first time in a while, okay, Libra placements. You could be having a nice night out. Could be with your girls, okay? You could be going to the club or something. Let's see. Man or woman. Whoa. What's going on for, some of y'all could be from New York or up north, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Libras? Anything else? Next 48. Some of y'all are trying to chase your dream life, okay? And that's okay. But communicate if you got loose connections or something like that around you, okay? Don't act oblivious to why things happen or people act a certain way. If you don't want people to pry into what you got going on, you need to be more communicative, okay? I don't know how many times I got to say that with y'all, but y'all could be chasing money. You don't want to be with somebody anymore? Say that, okay? It's not that hard. Don't be passive. Being passive, and I don't care what sign you are, being passive will never get you in a better place, okay? I don't care if you're trying to keep the peace. Oh, you don't want to hurt their feelings. Well, you're hurting people either way if you don't tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because I see people talk about all the time, oh, you know, I don't like when people lie to me. I need people to tell the truth. I'm such a truth teller. And y'all be lying. Y'all be lying through your teeth, okay? So don't be a hypocrite, okay? If you wouldn't want it done to you, no matter what your sign is, especially Libras right now, treat people the way you would want to be treated. And don't say you wouldn't care if somebody ghosted you, okay? Because you would care, especially if it's somebody that you really liked. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes, okay? I feel like that's a big that's a big message throughout all the signs so far, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Or there's a Pisces who's feeling this way about you, okay? Let's see. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, etc. For my Scorpios, make sure to like the video if you're in here, okay? Some of y'all could be hanging out with your family or your kids, okay? In the next 48 hours. If you have a, if you do have kids, Scorpio placements, somebody may be asking you to watch their kids, okay? Or you could be asking somebody, hey, can you watch so-and-so for a little bit, okay? In the next 48 hours, you may need help from your community, okay? For some reason, especially if you have kids, or if somebody else around you has kids, they could be asking you to, you know, help watch the kids or something, okay? And we have rejection reverse. So if you feel like you can't ask around for people to help you when it comes to watching your children, you can, okay? Some of y'all are like avoiding asking people for help, and you can ask for help. They will help you, okay? So I don't know what that's about, but let's see. Some of y'all feel like, you know, you would be a burden if you asked people to, you know, do something for you. Speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed, okay? Look, what did I just say? Community. And look, there's children on this card too. Some of y'all, ask the neighbors, okay? Obviously, I'm not saying leave your kids with just anybody. No shit. But ask. Communicate, okay? Some of y'all, your kids could be trying to, or if you have kids, or I don't know, there's a child or children that, you know, they might want to make friends, okay? Your kids could be trying to make new friends in the community around them, okay? Obviously, you know, don't let your kids just be friends with anybody, because, you know, you never know who's who and things like that, okay? So your kid may bring a friend home, you know, like especially if they play outside, they ride bikes or whatever, you know, your kid may be outside and they, you know, next thing you know, they bring another kid to your house and you're like, who is this? Little Johnny and Miss Sarah, okay? So, you know, you may have to take in somebody's kid. I don't want to say have to, but yeah, there could be some sort of like your child, somebody's child could find another child just out and about while they're having fun. And it's like that child does need help, okay? We have threatening here. I'm literally seeing somebody's kid be like, Mom, can they come over? And it's like, I don't want to say like turn them away, I don't think you should turn them away. That like child might actually need help. Okay, so let's see. I've seen that a lot growing up. When I used to live in Chicago, there would just be kids. Yeah, somebody's parent could be an addict, a druggie, you know. Look, right here. Somebody's child is like trying to escape low key. I'm not saying they're running away, but you know, some child's parent could be very neglectful, and that might be why your child finds another child just out and about and they bring them home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're like, where are your parents? You know, like one of those moments. Okay. So somebody may have to take in somebody's child, even if you don't know where that child is from. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's not crazy, to be honest. Okay. I was saying, like, when I used to live in Chicago, sometimes there would be children like roaming around. Okay. And you don't know where the hell their parents are, but because their parents are drug addicts, or, you know, they're irresponsible and neglectful, you know, it's possible. Okay. So let's see what's going on for Scorpios. Anything else? Whoa. For the next 48 hours. Some of y'all could be getting readings, okay, in the next 48 hours. You could be reading a lot as well. You could be doing your research on something. You could be really, look, what did I just say about somebody's child running away? We got run away. If you got kids, Scorpio, make sure your child is not running away too, okay? But I don't think this is you. I think your child is like the nice friend or the nice kid in the community who's trying to help another kid out. But you don't know what's really going on in that other child's home or something like that, you know? Okay, let's see. Anything else for Scorpio? That card almost, I knew it, okay. But Scorpio placements, if you are thinking about getting coffee or something, or some sort of like boba, tea or whatever, you may want to hold off on that, okay? Or I see you being like, nah, I don't need this right now, okay? Especially if you have like a coffee addiction or something like that, a tea addiction, you know, boba addiction. You may be saying no to that in the next 48 hours, okay? Especially if you're on the road. Whoa. All right, let's see. Anything else? Some of y'all are coming out of depression, okay, as well. Also, if you dealt with any type of like cyberbullying, what is this? I feel like there's children involved. There's children who are, you know, they need help, or some child needs help. And make sure you're checking on your kids, okay? I don't care how old your children are. They may be depressed. I hate people when they're like, oh, you're 5. What are you sad about? And that's why they grow up the way they do, okay? Because you constantly dismiss their feelings and you act like they don't feel nothing just because they're younger. That's not how that works, okay? Children have a lot of emotions. They just don't always know how to express themselves, okay? Nor verbalize what they feel. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that your kids are okay, okay? The kids are not all right. Scorpio placements in the next 48. Like, and look, Torment at the bottom of the deck here too. I hope that's not going on in y'all's household, okay, or something like that. But for the most of y'all, I feel like it's like somebody around you or a child around you, yeah, they need protection, okay? So, and I don't know, some of y'all need to stop assuming that just because somebody's younger that they don't go through things. Like, that's really ignorant to think, okay? So, let's see. Just because you had a great childhood doesn't mean that the next person does or did, okay? Especially if it's a literal child, okay? So let's see. What's going on for Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius placements, next 48 hours. I'm hearing that, I think it's Krishan. Yeah, it is. Ninjas act like bitches and bitches act like ninjas, okay? Sagittarius, you could feel like somebody is a man, or what? It could be a man, okay? You may feel like he's acting like a bitch, okay, in the next 48. Or you're realizing somebody's, you know, not as masculine as you thought they were, okay? Let's see. What's going on for Sagittarius next 48 hours? Oh, yeah, she said Turned up on my old nigga, now I'm with my new nigga. Okay, so Sagittarius, you could be finding somebody new, okay? Especially if somebody tried to make you feel like you weren't important or something like that, okay? Whoever you just dealt with, especially if you pop out with somebody new, or if you start talking to new people, Sagittarius, yeah, this person's going to be watching, okay? Somebody could have Aquarius in their chart. Let's see. Let's see. Some of y'all make sure to save, excuse me, make sure to save some money, okay, in the next 48 hours. You may need it, okay? You may need to put some money aside for emergencies, okay, as well. Let's see. What's going on for Sagittarius? Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, look, finances, okay? Make sure you put money aside, okay? More money, more problems. Oh, okay, Sagittarius. Even if you do need some money in the next 48 hours, okay, for whatever reason, you about to be up, okay? Especially if you manifest money, no problem, okay? It's coming through, okay? Some of y'all, you might need to, or you should start manifesting money, okay? It'll come through, okay? We got manifestation and king. Finances, inheritance, okay? Something along those lines. Start manifesting money. If you manifest anything, manifest money, y'all, okay? Let's see. And continuous money, not just a certain amount, okay? A continual amount of money, not just $5,000, not just $10,000, you know? Don't put a limit on it. Make it continual, okay? So some of y'all could be manifesting in the next 48, or you're, you know, I'm hearing jumping back into that, or you might be starting, you know, figuring out how to elevate your life, yeah, through like manifestation. It's possible, okay? We got always partying as well. Some of y'all could be celebrating, okay? It is Sagittarius season, so happy birthday, Saggies, okay? I'm December 8th, by the way, if anybody cares. Okay, I'm gonna be 28. I'm almost 30, it's crazy, okay? I'm not 30 yet, so don't, 28 is not old, okay? So I don't know, some of y'all could feel kind of old or whatever, but you're only as old as you know, as your mentality. So anyways, let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius this next 48. You could be having some drinks, having a good time, okay? We got check yourself. Some of y'all could be checking yourself in the mirror, especially if you're out at the club or something like that, or at a bar, okay? You may be going to the bathroom, you know, to check yourself, make sure you're all good. Let's see. Yeah, we got drinks and beverages, okay? Some of y'all could be from the South. Okay, we got farmer. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody from the South as well. Doesn't have to be. Whoa. Damn. What the fuck? Damn. Some of y'all got a cough? I feel like I just choked out of nowhere for some reason, okay? Be careful of choking, Sagittarius, in the next 48, okay? For whatever reason. Oh my God. Let's see. What's going on for Sagittarius for the next 48? Anything else? Harmony. Somebody's name could be Harmony. Okay, you could be listening to, what is it, Fifth Harmony? I haven't heard of them in a long, long time, okay? But some of y'all could hear a song by Fifth Harmony or something like that. You could be watching, girl bands, okay? Or girl music groups or something like that. You could be a part of a music group or something, you know, if you can sing or whatever. Let's see. Whoa. Oh my God, sorry. Also, Sagittarius, if you're dealing with somebody's, I'm hearing like drinking like their dad. Someone's getting high like their dad. Someone definitely could be falling into habits. Yeah, especially if somebody's being cold to you when they're not usually cold to you. It's because they're falling into bad habits like their parents or their father specifically, okay? So I don't want to say pay that no mind, but if you're wondering why somebody's being like cold or whatever to you, it's because they're probably drunk or high, or they're like I said, falling into habits just like their parents, okay? So man or woman. Let's see what else is going on for Sagittarius. Some of y'all could have Capricorn in your chart, okay? Whoa. Yeah, you're gonna get that money, Sagittarius. Okay, look, we got jackpot. Some of y'all could be going to the casino or something. Okay, you may win some sort of unexpected money as well. Okay, so I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, yeah, you could also be wondering if somebody's gonna get clean. Okay, or you guys could be trying to, you know, clean up around you. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Why am I picking up on somebody who's like a drunk, an angry drunk? Ugh. Okay, somebody may get drunk and just lose their shit. Okay, yeah. Storm. Okay, could be an Aries around you, or you could have Aries in your chart. Okay, yeah. Somebody's either somebody. You know that, what's that clip? He's like, somebody been drinking and smoking. Somebody's been drinking and smoking. Somebody's been drinking and smoking. Smoking and drinking. Somebody's been smoking and drinking. Yeah, Sagittarius. I don't know. I don't think that's you, but it could be. Somebody may be mixing, okay? They're doing both, okay? Or they're doing multiple substances, okay? It could also just be like somebody's having multiple types of drinks, okay? And yeah, they may get a little bit irate, okay? So be careful of that. Let's see. Yeah, somebody's like in your, I think you might be out with this person, Sagittarius, or around this person in the next 48. If somebody's drunk as fuck, they're gonna be like really obnoxious and angry. Ooh. Okay, be careful of, look, tolerating abuse. I'm not saying they're gonna hurt you, okay, but you might need to back away from that person for a little bit, because whoever that is, why am I hearing you do not want them to take you home? Be careful of angry drunks, okay? Drinking is fun and all, but if you don't know how to be happy, you know, I'm not going to be around you. Why are you trying to ruin my fun? You know what I'm saying? So be careful of angry drunks, Sagittarius, okay? And I also want to say, you know, it could be y'all. If you're dealing with another Sagittarius placement, you know, make sure that you are being careful or aware of your temper, especially if you're known to drink and get out of control or something. Just don't do it, okay? Like I said, somebody could be needing to get clean or trying to get clean. I don't know. Somebody could relapse, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Capricorn. We're almost done. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. Okay. Let's see. 1 second. Some of y'all could be Capricorn. Some of y'all could be listening to Beyonce. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Where is it? Okay. I gotta switch this. Okay. Capricorn. Some of y'all could be listening to Taylor Swift, okay, in the next 48 hours. Don't have to be. But you could also be thinking about the way you loved somebody, okay? You guys know that song? Taylor Swift, The Way I Loved You, okay? You could low-key miss, like, fighting with somebody and then making up. Or you could be thinking about somebody, Capricorn placements that you always used to fight with and make up with, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Yeah, someone you're not really committed to anymore, okay? We have not committed, but you could still be energetically tied to them, okay? So, you know, could have been like a soul tie situation that you had going on with somebody. Let's see. Yeah, but I feel like there's a lesson here when it comes to some sort of relationship or connection that you had, especially if you're no longer dealing with it. You know, just because you guys have been, some people, especially y'all, I feel like you might need to stop romanticizing traumatic situations, okay? Especially when it comes to lovers. Just because, you know, y'all fight and, you know, throw things at each other and, you know, you expose each other on the internet and do whatever God knows what, you know, when y'all are going through a breakup and then you get back together, that doesn't mean that your connection is necessarily stronger, okay, it means that y'all are crazy and probably not meant to be together, you know. So, you know, to each their own. Some people, like I said earlier, some people like the drama. They act like they don't, but then you see them constantly in toxic situations, you know. So it gets to a point though, Capricorns, okay? So if you are, you know, knowingly in and out of a connection with somebody, look, amazing chemistry, terrible timing. Okay, so you could have good chemistry, it could be good sex, it could be good vibes when it's good. If you ever catch yourself, I don't care what sign you are, if you ever catch yourself saying, oh, when it's good it's really good, but when it's bad it's really, really bad, that's not how true love should be, okay? But like I said, to each their own. Some people consider love to be different things, but it's not that. It's not abuse. It's not, you know, constantly fighting and making up and breaking up and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why things keep falling apart with this person, Capricorn, okay? Capricorn placements. Yeah, and this person causes you a lot of anxiety. You feel like all the time, if you notice yourself always feeling like you got to keep your head above water, you're hyperventilating over there in the corner because, you know, Kyle, you know, he cussed you out again. He told you you weren't worth shit or whatever. Even if you're a man, if you notice a woman doing this, I feel like it could be on both sides, to be honest. Y'all are toxic. Whoever you're with or whoever you deal with on and off, it's extremely toxic, okay? So if you always feel like you're emotionally drowning, okay, with somebody, just because you have history with them doesn't mean that it's supposed to be meant to be, okay? And it definitely doesn't mean that your connection is so strong, you know? Just because y'all recycle each other, okay? Let's see. This is some of y'all, this is somebody you're not even with, okay? Like maybe you never officially dated this person, but you go in and out of a connection with them. You fight, you make up, and then you repeat. And then you wonder why you can't find a real connection, okay? Let's see. Some of y'all could be partying, okay? A lot in the next 48. Some of y'all, you could have love for this person, but just because you have love for somebody doesn't mean that it's supposed to work out, okay? That's the harsh reality, man or woman. Someone who truly loves you will not make you feel like you got to lose your goddamn mind to get a point across. Somebody that truly loves you will not make you feel like, you know, you're crazy 24/7 when you bring up your concerns, you know? Somebody could be gaslighting you or has gaslit you, Capricorn placements. That's not real love. Somebody who loves you will not do that, okay? So, let's see. Excuse me. What's going on for Capricorns? Anything else? Yeah, past life connection, okay. So, spiritually, y'all, if you have a connection with somebody that you've been on and off with, just because you have a trauma bond, just because you have a past life connection doesn't mean that it's supposed to be forever, okay? Especially if this person's like in your south node. If you guys go look up your south node placement, they could have placements in your south node, okay? So make sure that you're, you know, being realistic about someone's place in their life or where somebody's supposed to be in their life, if somebody's supposed to be in your life anymore, okay? Because it's actually holding you back from what you actually can have and what you can deserve, okay? Some of y'all, it's your type of person. It's the type of person you keep going for that is toxic, okay? I'm not saying date somebody you don't like or not or aren't attracted to, but definitely make sure to, you know, date somebody who respects you the first time. There's people out there who will care for you and respect you and hear you and not purposely misunderstand you. They won't gaslight you, okay? Some of y'all feel like, oh, everybody's just a piece of shit. A lot are, okay? I'm not denying that. Okay? A lot are a piece of shit, but it's also about what you tolerate, what you keep going back to, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. But obviously it's your choice. I can't control you guys once you guys, you know, log off the reading or whatever. That's on you. I'm only here to give insight and advice and read the messages, okay? So let's go to Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for my Aquas for the next 48 hours. Let's see. Oh my God. All right, Aqua. Let's see. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for your next 48? Okay. Somebody could be really slow to make a decision in the next 48 hours, okay? That could be you. Some of y'all could be making a Libra. What the fuck? Making a Libra. What, some of y'all could be making a baby. Okay. Oh, look, this is Libra energy. Indecision. And decisions just came out here too. Some of y'all could be deciding if you want children with somebody. Okay. Man or woman. How many months would that be? What month is it? It's about to be December. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So close enough. Okay. Some of y'all could be, or whenever you watch this, it could be a Libra. You might be making a Libra. That's crazy. Or a Virgo. Okay. So be careful of pregnancy. Okay. Or be careful of somebody who wants to knock you up if you're a feminine. Okay. Somebody could be, you know, making that decision in their head. They don't know, but they're like, if it happens, it happens. Okay. So let's see. Be careful. Let's see. We got leap of faith and celebration. Let's see. Some of y'all could be celebrating, okay, in the next 48 hours. Let's see. Yeah, if you don't want to be tied to somebody, Aquarius, take precautions, okay? I know not everybody's, you know, into birth control or whatever, but the only birth control I recommend is the IUD, okay? I don't recommend anything else, okay? But to each their own, okay? I've had my IUD for literally, I'm at like 7 years now, and it's never failed me, okay? I gained weight because I'm a fat bitch and I like to eat. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if y'all are worried about weight gain or something like that. I'd rather be fat than pregnant, to be honest, y'all. So, you know, kids are not just a, oh, cutesy thing. They're cute, but you got to take care of it for the rest of your life and not just 18 years. You don't get to cut them off. I mean, I guess you could if you're an asshole. But, yeah, some of y'all may not even have the money to make a baby right now, okay? Let's see. Take precaution. Or, you know, end up in a situation where you can't afford shit. You know, you're a single mother, even a single father, okay? I don't know. Some of y'all could already be living like that, okay? Let's see. There's really no excuse to not take precautions when you are having sex with somebody. I don't understand that. You know when you're ovulating, okay? Or you need to start tracking, okay? Your period, your ovulation cycles and everything. There's no reason why you should just suddenly be like, oh my God, I had no idea. I guess that sometimes happens, but when you have sex with somebody, what happens? What possibly could happen? A child, a baby, okay? If you're having sex, you should know that, okay? So, I don't know. Somebody, even if it's not you, Aqua, somebody around you could be, you know, acting oblivious to, you know, oh my God, I had no idea that I was pregnant. Even if you don't know that you're pregnant right away, you knew what could happen when you have sex. Simple as that, you know? And if you're a man, when you and a girl, what do you think could happen, okay? Don't be doing that. Don't even sleep with anybody that you wouldn't possibly want a child with, you know? I don't understand how people are confused about that. Why are you laying down with somebody that you would hate to have as your baby mother or baby father? And then you all want to be like, that's why I say all the time, I refuse to be a part of the baby mama clique. It's annoying to hear. Sorry. Okay. So, and like I said, Aquarius, this could be someone around you. You could be hearing, you know, your homegirl or your homeboy talk about, ugh, my baby mama this, my baby mama that, my baby daddy this, my baby daddy that. But you laid down with him. Clearly you liked him enough to the point where you let him get you pregnant and keep it. Okay? So stop avoiding accountability, y'all. Or you might be telling somebody around you that's what you did. Okay? So I've known since 8th grade I don't want kids until I'm married. But, you know, not everybody has common sense, I guess. I gotta remember that. Anyways, let's go to Pisces. Okay? We make choices in life, right? So what happens after that is a choice. It was a decision that you made or that someone else made, and you got to deal with the consequences after that. Okay? Man or woman. You can avoid things. You can avoid disaster. Okay? You can avoid shit like that. Don't stop acting like you can't. Pisces, let's see. That whole topic low-key like frustrates me because I just don't understand how people don't know common sense. You shouldn't be having sex if you're not educated on stuff like that. Okay. Pisces, some of y'all might be needing to educate your children on the birds and the bees, okay? So I had that, it wasn't my choice, but my parents gave me that discussion when I was like, I think in 2nd grade, but I'm glad they did, because it made me, you know, not have relations like that till I was 18, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of those kids who are out here having sex at 13, 14, 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely not, you know what I'm saying? So maybe if you got kids, Pisces or Aquarius, it could be, you know, both signs for some of y'all. Make sure that you're having the correct discussions with your children so that they at least know, okay, what to expect, okay? Let's see. What's going on for Pisces? Some of y'all may see a really pretty sunset in the next 48 hours, okay? Ooh, you could be rejecting somebody because they're too much. Pisces, okay. You might feel like somebody's, like, their energy around you is too much. And, you know, I guess I understand. If you're a Pisces placement, yeah, you probably absorb everybody's energy. And, you know, people wonder why you're so tired all of a sudden. It's because you feel their energy, you know. Pisces are one of the signs that, you know, they do absorb a lot of energy from the people around them and their environment. So, yes, you guys could be feeling overly drained, okay, Pisces placements, in the next 48 hours. And you may be having to tell somebody, I can't man or woman, I can't deal with you, I can't, okay? Or you could be wanting to back off of, you know, somebody's energy because they're just like, you know. I've met people like that, and I've probably been that person to other people at some point, you know. I'm not denying that, because I feel like everybody's annoying to somebody and everybody's wonderful to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it really just depends. Not everybody's compatible, you know. So and I'm not saying that people should water down themselves, but go around people that you actually can tolerate, okay, or that you actually enjoy being around. So Pisces placements, if you notice yourself always being like, yeah, I like so and so, but they're kind of too much for me. If you think somebody's too much, even if it's your homeboy or homegirl, then leave. Don't be that weird friend who sticks around and then talks shit about the person that you claim to be a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. Or somebody could be doing that to you, you know. They might act like you're too much, and it's like they didn't tell you that they felt that way. Again, with the communication issues, y'all. This whole reading. Why am I hearing this? This is Jack Black, isn't it? It is. Peaches? What song is that? What's that movie? What is that from? I didn't even know I had this on my playlist. I forgot. That's hilarious. I was just talking about Jack Black yesterday, too, on Facebook. Some of y'all could be eating peaches, okay? What's that movie? Holes, okay? Some of y'all could be... Oh. I do not want to say that. What I just heard in my head. Okay, channel message. Some of y'all could be, somebody could be eating ass, okay? Ew. But... what the fuck? But somebody, you know, you could be eating peaches, or you could be looking at somebody's ass. Somebody could be looking at your ass, okay? I don't know why that came out, okay? But let's see. Let's see. Pisces. What's going on for you for the next 48 hours? A lot of your reading, Pisces, I feel like it's about energy, and I feel like you're, even if you don't know it at first, Pisces, I feel like you're mirroring somebody's energy. If you want to know how to get rid of somebody's, or get the energy away from you, get away from them, quite literally. Like physically block them, okay, or something like that. Some of y'all are wondering why you feel that way around somebody, whether it's a friend or not. It's because they're draining as fuck, okay? Yeah, boundaries. The fuck? Yeah, kick to the curb. Yeah, I'm hearing this song. She said, kissing your ass ain't what this lipstick is for. Oh, who is... Okay. Anyways, I'm hearing... It's from Lucy Hale. Run This Town. I did not know I had these songs on my playlist still. This is from another Cinderella story or something, okay? Anyways, let's see. Some of y'all could be watching Disney movies in the next 48. specifically like Cinderella or one of the Cinderella movies. I feel like they have a lot of Cinderella or versions of Cinderella, like the cartoon. Some of these kids could be getting off of school, okay? Or off the school bus. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's my neighbor. He's walking up my driveway. Okay. Is that the neighbor? Or I've never seen that person here before. I don't know why they stopped in behind my house. Okay, anyways. Something like that could happen to you. Somebody may be trying to pull up on you, Pisces, as well. But you know how people like pull into people's driveways and you're in your house like looking out like, who is that? You know, your dog could be barking if somebody tries to do that. But I feel like they're just trying to turn around, or they will be turning around, Pisces, okay? Something like that could happen. Oh, it is my neighbor. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Whoa. I'm nosy. Let's see what's going on for my Pisces. Whoa. You got leadership skills. Some of y'all, you could realize your boss is toxic as well in the next 48 hours, okay? You may have a toxic boss. You don't like your boss, some of y'all. If you're a boss, Pisces, you know, maybe, I'm not saying relax necessarily, because if you got to do your job, you got to do your job, you know. But some of y'all, if you are a boss, your employees, they feel like you're a little bit too demanding or forceful, you know. I mean, if you're a boss, then you got to do what you got to do. But you don't have to be an asshole, is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what that's about. Some of y'all, if you got a boss, or if you are a boss, somebody thinks you're an asshole, or you think your boss is an asshole. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Anything else for Pisces? Somebody also could be walking away from a job or breaking a contract when it comes to their job because of their boss, okay? Yeah, because they got a new opportunity headed their way, or you do, okay? Flip it how you need to. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, somebody's like been researching secretly to find a new job. I've done that so many times. When I was at jobs and stuff, I would be in the bathroom on Indeed looking for a new job, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with a court case as well, okay? Some of y'all also could be listening to Juice WRLD. I'm just giving a few more messages for you guys. Let's see. Anything else for Pisces? Some of y'all also may need to be careful if you're drinking, okay, and driving. I hope not, but some of y'all, if you're, I don't know if you were out or something, or if you end up going out in the next 48 hours, Pisces, make sure to have somebody drive you, okay? Or find a way out. Uber, Lyft, have somebody drive you, okay? I feel like you might be a little bit too drunk. Okay, we got turn here and navigation. That should be obvious, but don't drink and drive, okay? Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, we got trash. What's that about? Also, if you get in the car with anybody, Pisces, in the next 48, I feel like they're trash at driving. This person could, yeah, be careful. Could be some police situation going on, okay? You might get caught. It is the end of the month, okay? If you know, you know. So don't get in the car with anybody that is drunk driving. Even if they're not drunk, you know, they just may be a really bad driver. That's why I like to drive myself, okay? I hate getting in not anytime, but too many times I've gotten in the car with somebody else, and I wasn't the driver. Bad stuff has happened, okay? I don't know what it is. I feel like I have bad karma with cars and certain people, but it's just, you know, it's a scary thing sometimes. So be careful who you're entering a car with, Pisces placements, in the next 48 hours, okay? I hope that has nothing to do with like Uber, or I don't know why I'm hearing rideshare, okay? I know really nothing about that, but you know, you might have to request another car or something like that, request another Uber, a Lyft or something like that, another driver, or have somebody else drive you home, okay? Because whoever, you know, you're getting in the car with, they may not be the best driver or person to be taking you anywhere, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. You may just want to walk, okay? You know how like sometimes you go out with your girls or your homeboys, okay? And then Sarah's supposed to be the DD. And then next thing you know, a couple hours into the club, you see Sarah over there drunk as fuck. And you're like, bitch, you were supposed to, you know, be our designated driver. So something like that could happen, okay? Man or woman. Your DD may end up drunk as fuck. Okay, so make sure you do what you gotta do properly so you don't end up in trouble, okay? But that's what I got for you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. All right, I'll probably do a Cash App Live after this. Not immediately after this, I'm gonna take a break, but you guys know what I mean. The Cash App Lives are already posted, so make sure to hit notify me if you would like a reading, okay, when I'm live. Other than that, you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all later.